Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV, aka Liam. You can call me what you want, but today we are talking about the highly anticipated fight between Sergey Kovalev versus Anthony Yarde. This fight has been a long time coming, as we know, but we are less than a week out now, so I'm assuming it's going to happen. If you want my official prediction for this fight, you can actually find that on my channel. This video really is just discussing this fight a little bit further. Has Team Anthony Yarde caught Sergey Kovalev at the right time? Is Sergey Kovalev on the slide to the point where Anthony Yarde has a realistic chance of winning? You know, leading into this fight, I have been paying attention to some of the build-up, and one thing that Yarde has said fairly regularly was that Team Kovalev are trying to catch Anthony Yarde when he's green, but Team Yarde are trying to catch Sergey Kovalev as he's grey, meaning past his best. Yarde has said that himself, and several people have speculated on that in the build-up to this fight. Is Kovalev past his best to the point where Yarde can actually get a win here? Well, there's a few things to consider, obviously. First thing being, Kovalev's outside of the ring antics. Kovalev, if you believe the stories and rumours, this guy likes his Russian standard, this guy likes his vodka, this guy likes to drink. And again, if you believe stories, that has got him in a bit of bother. Obviously, there was the story that Kovalev got thrown off a plane for acting inappropriately towards a female, and the other that he assaulted a female. So Kovalev's got a few things going on outside the ring, i.e. legal problems. Will that distract him from the task at hand? I mean, it's certainly not out of the realms of possibility. I mean, it's a serious case where he could be in serious trouble, you know, if he's found guilty. I'm sure that thing can play in your mind and even affect you on fight night. So there's that to consider. Obviously also the unhealthy living he's been doing. You know, we've heard now for a while that Kovalev likes to drink, and maybe he enjoys it a bit too much. You know, behaviour like that doesn't really lend you into having success in your late 30s as a boxer. You know, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, you know, things like that can damage your body. And as you get older as a fighter, you know, it can actually speed up your decline that bit quicker. What I'm trying to say is, will Kovalev's lifestyle eventually catch up to him? And could it be in this fight against somebody like Anthony Yarde? Now, I'm not completely sold on Anthony Yarde at all. But, you know, one thing we can say, he is a young, hungry contender, a guy with a lot of years ahead of him. He's going to go in there with a lot of ambition, he's got punching power, he's got hand speed, and, you know, we really don't know how good this guy is. So, there's every chance Kovalev could be distracted, there's every chance Kovalev could have his eye off a ball, and it's a banana skin type fight for him, considering all the things he's got going on outside the ring, and how he's been living in recent years and maybe throughout his whole career. One more thing I wanted to touch on was Kovalev's training footage. Now, I've seen a couple of people online speculate that Kovalev wasn't looking too good in training from the footage they saw, and it got me wondering, so I checked it out myself. Usually, I'm not one of these guys who really checks out training footage. I don't really check out things like that. I don't check out, you know, pre-fight interviews. I'm not really about that, but in this case I did. And listen, I see what they're saying. In a lot of these training videos for Yarde, I felt Kovalev looked fairly flat, to be quite honest. But, you know, you've got to take one thing into consideration. You've got no idea when these clips were filmed. Could have been filmed at the end of a workout, at the end of a long day, hence why he's looking a bit worse for wears. But I get what they're saying, I get where they're coming from. The training footage I saw, you know, Kovalev didn't really look that dynamic. He didn't look too explosive, and he looked sluggish, I guess. He did. And yeah, I see where they're coming from, but we can't read too much into that. But again, it does make you think. It really does. For me, this fight is really intriguing. I've made my pick, and to spoil it, I have picked Kovalev. I've done my prediction video, as I've mentioned. But I can't lie, this fight really intrigues me. I'm really looking forward to it. Ultimately, aside from having flashy hand speed and decent power, I've got no idea how good Anthony Yarde is. This guy could be a complete hype job, or he could be the real deal, or he could be something in between. Vice versa, I don't really know what Kovalev has left. He looked good in his last fight, but he's 36 years old now. You know, the wheels can fall off the wagon at any point, as they say. There's a lot of things to consider here, and I really like the fight. A lot of people in the UK are excited for Lomachenko versus Campbell, as am I, but I've got to say, I'm looking forward to this fight a lot more. I really am. I'm really looking forward to this fight between Sergey Kovalev and Anthony Yarde. Anyway, I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below, share them with me, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.